They walked in just after closing for men. Dark suits, heavy cologne, and that suffocating arrogance worn by those who flashed a badge for too long. The leader, a detective I'd once seen on the news, leaned against the bar like it was his throne. His eyes swept the room, slow and deliberate, before curling into a smile. "Nice place," he said. "Shame it's mine now." I didn't move. Didn't speak. He tapped the counter with his knuckles. 50% of your profits every week. Or we plan enough drugs and guns to bury you for life. Your choice. I finally met his gaze. This is a mistake. He laughed, and the others echoed him. Parasites feeding off sound. You resisting arrest, friend? He mocked, hand hovering near his belt. Beneath the counter, my fingers brushed against my phone. One number, one call. Get out, I said quietly. You have 90 seconds. His smirk widened. You're bluffing. I pressed dial. Put the phone down, he ordered. 80 seconds later, the smirk began to fade. Sirens wailed in the distance. Tires screeched. Doors slammed. And for the first time that night, his eyes betrayed what his voice never would: fear. But this wasn't about him. Not really. The corruption outside my bar was nothing compared to the corruption I'd let into my home. It began weeks earlier, with a glance I wasn't supposed to see, my wife's phone lighting up in the kitchen while she was upstairs. A message preview, half hidden, but the name was clear enough. His name. The same detective now trembling in front of me. At first, I tried to dismiss it, paranoia whispering in the quiet hours. But the silence between us had been growing for months. Her late nights. The perfume that wasn't hers. The way she recoiled when I touched her, as though affection was foreign. I saw the lie before I could prove it. And when a man knows, truly knows, denial is nothing but cowardice. So I smiled, kissed her cheek, played the perfect husband. Because you only get one shot at the truth, and I wasn't going to waste mine. I moved carefully, like walking barefoot over glass. Phone records first, strange calls at strange hours. Numbers linked to burner phones. Then credit card receipts. Hotel rooms in corners of the city we never visited. Each piece, insignificant alone. Together, a noose tightening around my chest. I didn't rage. Rage is noise, and noise warns the enemy. Instead, I let her laugh. Let her kiss me goodnight. Let her lie. I watched. I waited. I hired someone I could trust. Someone who owed me too much to betray me. The photos arrived within days. Grainy, distant, but clear enough. My wife, in his arms. Their mouths pressed together like they owned the world. I stared at those images until the paper nearly tore in my hands. My pulse steady. Breathing even. On the surface, calm. Beneath it, I was already digging graves. The truth didn't shock me. By the time the final report landed on my desk, I was hollow. But seeing it spelled out, her name, his name, dates, locations, the entire rotten affair, it was a different kind of pain. Not sharp. Not burning. Just cold. I waited until dinner. She was talking about nothing, her fork tracing circles on her plate. I slid the envelope across the table, silent. She opened it. The photos spilled out like confessions. Her face strained. She looked up, searching for anger, for shouting, for anything she could fight against. But I gave her nothing. Say something, she whispered. I leaned back, studied her like a stranger. How long? Her lips trembled. It's not what you think, but it was exactly what I thought. And for once, the silence belonged to me. 3 nights later, the detective returned to my bar alone this time. No smirk. No swagger. He didn't touch the counter. Just stood there, pale and rigid. You set me up, he muttered. I poured a drink, slid it across. You set yourself up. His eyes flicked toward the door, to the shadows outside. He knew what awaited him if he made the wrong move. You don't understand, he whispered. I understand, I said. You took what wasn't yours, both in this bar and in my home. His jaw tightened. No words. No defense. I leaned closer. You should have stayed a cop. You should have stayed out of my life. And then I turned away, left him standing there, stripped of power, stripped of control, stripped of her. He thought he could steal everything. But I'd already taken it back. That night, I walked home under a starless sky. She was gone when I arrived, bags packed, closet empty. I stood in the silence of our bedroom. The sheets smelled faintly of her perfume, sweet but false. I didn't touch them. Didn't sit down. I only stared. It should have hurt. It should have broken me. But betrayal is a surgeon's knife. It cuts you open, but it also removes the rot. I wasn't mourning her. I was mourning the years I'd wasted believing her lies. And now, there was nothing left to grieve. I locked the door, lit a cigarette, watched the smoke curl into nothing. The detective lost his badge. She lost me. And I lost my illusions. Which means, in the end, I won. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more gripping stories.